Hi, warrior, it's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock.
Salutations.
Today, we are back in Honor Hold, guys, and the reason why we are here is to continue our quest to get the key for Shattered Halls. So let's turn in a quest here. We'll probably pick up a few as well. Hope you guys are doing well today. Doing pretty good. Looking forward to hitting 70 soon.
Greetings. The men and women of Honor Hold have shed such blood and have lost their youth in this monstrous land. And yet they still hold their spirits high. Now you and your cohorts from Azeroth can help us turn the tide. You give us hope that we may one day return to our homelands. Could this be? Let me take a closer look at that mole. A symbol on the key's handle. It is hard to make it out inside the mold, but I recognize it at the Shattered Hand's own. There's a good chance this key will allow you to enter the Shattered Halls. Speak to Dunfer. He's a master of his craft. If he can't craft this key for you, no one can. The permanence of the Orcish threat is one of the sad truths of Outland. There was a time when we Sons of Lothar believed we'd purchased Honorhold's safety with our blood. But there was to be no peace. The Sons will yield to no Orc-Ring Brown and now Red. We will overcome them or die trying. If we are to have any expectation of victory, we must take the fight to them in Hellfire Citadel. Bring me the weapon of their self-styled war chief Kargath Blakefist, and you will be well rewarded.
Alright, so those are quests for Shattered Halls.
The orcs might be complete barbarians, but
Make
their
sure we got all
smithing is
these.
not as primitive as you might think. Only fell iron can be used with this mold if we want to end up with a working key. Anything else would probably end up breaking it. Bring me some fell iron bars, a bit of arcane dust and motes of fire. I'll try my hand at it, but I make no promises. Let's try it then. Let's see what fell orc crafting is all about. It's not working, lad. I cannot give it enough heat. The materials will not be properly tempered. You know the fell reavers used by the Burning Legion are powered by a scalding core of fell fire. It burns much hotter than normal fire. If you could find enough people to take one down, you could heat the mold in the insides of the fallen reaver. Beware, adventurer, those fell reavers pack quite a punch.
Alright, well, we do have the quest to get the key, and now we just need to find a group to take down Fell Reaver. It's just 3 people. I'll, probably, we'll just stay and looking for more here. I could, do that a little bit, see if we can find anybody in the zone.
Of the Trollbane bloodline are legendary.
And we'll collect the rest of these Shattered Halls quests.
And to find him alive in the Outland. When I first saw him, I nearly fainted. The shock was overwhelming. As I knelt before him, I had to fight back tears. You can bet your sweet behind that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure the Sons of Lothar are kept safe. We know precious little about the Fell Horde presence in Hellfire Citadel, and our information has come at the cost of many lives. Fell Horde troops under the command of Kargath Bladefist are a brutal, battle-hardened lot fortified by foul magics. The elite of this force, the Shattered Hand, Legionnaires, Champions, and Centurions are feared by the regulars and serve as an officer corps. Targeting and eliminating them is a necessary first step in any successful assault on the Fell Horde's leadership.
The stuffy academics in Azeroth have cowered in their towers for too long, and it's fallen to me to show them what cutting-edge research is. They're afraid to play with fire, and that's exactly what I intend to do, once I get my hands on the fire, that is. Within Hellfire, Citadel's Shattered Halls, Grand Warlock Nethicurse performs unrivaled magical feats, augmented by the powers of a pair of strange braziers. Using the vessel he uses to contain these fell embers, capture one, and bring it back to me, adventurer.
Alright, well there we go. We now have a bunch of quests for Hellfire Citadel. Pretty sure this is all for Shattered Halls. And now we are going to turn in this quest down here that we completed inside of Shadow Labs.
As a representative of the lower city, I'm here to put forward our case that Kil'jaeden must be cleared of its Shadow Council infestation. That is, if we're to have any hope for a future and stave off the possibility of a cataclysm greater than the creation of the Bone Wastes. All of our peoples have suffered too much already. I am here to see to it that the suffering stops. Murmur almost broke free. They've had that thing contained in there for 2 years. I wonder what they did wrong to lose control over it after all this time. Adventurer, by putting that beast down, you've likely saved all of us. I cringe to think what would have happened to all of us here in the rest of Outland if that thing had somehow managed to break free. I'm glad you helped us to take matters into our own hands and deal with the Shadow Council threat at Kil'jaeden. How can we ever reward you?
And we were rewarded with the Shatrath jumpers, guys. I'll make sure to put some gems in it eventually. Pretty nice boots. 25 stam, 17 intellect, 29 spell power. Pretty big upgrade there. The last boots had like 21 spell power. So we'll eventually put some spell damage gems in there. I could have picked some up actually in Shatrath, but we'll get those later. And now we're heading back to Shadowmoon Valley, guys. We're just going to go back to questing in this zone. And we'll turn in a few quests here. And complete a few as well. Could, can't really get into, yeah, I have to get into the raids, I think, to start the Black Temple question. I have to interact with Anchorite Sella in Shadowmoon Valley to start the Black Temple attunement question. Probably do this. We actually have to complete the Mount Hygel raid as well to get in. Quite the question. I think we'll probably do this on the Warlock. And there was some big data mining news, guys. Supposedly some data mining went on and they deciphered a few things. They actually found a timeline floating around, which makes some sense. Gives us like a timeline of when they believe, you know, Classic Plus, Wrath of Lich King, and potentially another fresh World of Warcraft, Classic WoW will start again. And supposedly it's called Camelot. It's called Camelot Data Mine. Supposedly the leak gained massive credibility because prominent community data miners, like I suppose this guy named Steven is one of them, found literal licenses for World of Warcraft Camelot on Blizzard vendor servers. So let's switch back to Demonology here. And supposedly the data lists heroic and epic editions for Camelot. I wonder if they'll change the name of it now if it actually got leaked. And which pretty much means they're going to be selling the game to people. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case for Classic Plus or Camelot, whatever they're going to call it. And they found a 1.6 patch link. Supposedly it's Camelot's going to run, or Classic Plus is going to run on a hidden 1.6 patch build. Vanilla WoW ended in 1.12, which means a 1.6 designation hints at a massive alternative branch of the original game client. So it won't be like, you know, it's not really connected to vanilla. Probably be, I guess, more like TBC maybe? I don't know. Or maybe it'll be completely new. And the timeline, it believes that this Camelot or Classic Plus will come out at the end of 2026, which is a decent time to come out, in my opinion, because the Burning Crusade will be pretty much at the end of the expansion, and we'll probably start moving into Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch. So during that, they'll probably release Classic Plus. And then supposedly early 2027 we'll see Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So I guess there will be 3 months, would be my guess, of basically 3 months of Classic Plus. Maybe people don't like Classic Plus. If they don't like Classic Plus, they have Wrath of the Lich King to look forward to in 3 months. Or they could like both, right? And then that's even more content for WoW players to enjoy. And then in 2028, there will supposedly be another iteration of a fresh Classic WoW. Or anniversary, you know, whatever they want to call it. Like, so it'd be another I don't know how many years it would be. Another 3 years, I guess you could say, of, you know, of 1 year of vanilla TBC, 1 year of TBC, and another year of Wrath of the Lich King for people to enjoy, just in case they missed the initial hype trains of 2019 Classic to Wrath of the Lich King, and then I believe 2020, the beginning of 2025, late 2024 was the beginning of Classic Anniversary. And then another leak came out. Supposedly there's going to be an ARPG game, maybe. I don't know about this. We'll see. But it's an ARPG that's around the Warcraft IP.
With the Legion on one side and Illidan's millions on the other.
It's like an Arthas ARPG.
Defend the stronghold, and defend it we will. Every true Wildhammer would
sort of like Diablo, right? Diablo gameplay, but World of Warcraft style.
My men, adventurer. With your help and that of others, we may yet hold out. Unfortunately, merely holding out is not enough. We must go on the offensive. The fortress of Legion Hold is nigh impregnable, and to be completely honest, I can't spare the forces for an assault. Our hopes are riding on you, adventurer. What little information we've been able to gather indicates that the Legion stalks and prepares its infernals at the Hole. With the help of a disguise I'll give you, you must sneak into Legion Hold and learn about their plans. Your best hope is to intercept or overhear communication between their commanders. Good luck, adventurer.
He's your coin as promised. I'll call for you if I need more spleens. So delicious, I dare say that they are splendid. I remember seeing larger dimetrodons east of the Hand of Golden, near the lava flows around the ruins of Ba'ari. What I want you to get for me now is one overdeveloped Fellfire gizzard from the beasts around that area. You might have to kill several to find a gizzard like the one I described. Keep at it. One of them is bound to have my next meal.
It is done. Behold, spectacles. Let it be known that Zorus does have a sense of humor. Enough small talk. Don the spectacles, so that you are able to see the Shadow Moon orc spirits that wander this stronghold. Do not be frightened, as we are truly the invaders here. Alas, they must be destroyed, for their time has long since passed. Destroy the Shadow Moon Harbingers infesting Wildhammer stronghold and return to me.
Alright, so there we go. Bunch of quests to do. We're not really getting anybody coming up here for the Fell Reaver quest, which is no big deal. I'll try to find a group, and we'll eventually do it. But today, I guess we'll just focus on Shadow Moon Valley for now. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool having a World of Warcraft style ARPG. I think that'd be badass. Just killing legions of undead, you know, Burning Legion. It'd be really cool. They have a lot they could work with there. And then supposedly they're going to come out with a new RTS. That's something I don't really believe will happen. Just because of how niche the RTS community is. And it's a hard game to really... game mode to make a bunch of money on. And that's clearly what Blizzard cares about the most. But maybe they could have I think they tried having a cash shop or a skin shop for StarCraft, where you could like play StarCraft 2 and like buy skins for Zerg, Protoss, Terran, whatever race you played the most. Not too sure how well that did though. And there was another RTS that just came out that was actually created by the developers of, I think, StarCraft 2. It's called Stormgate, and I think they're like shut down. So it didn't really do too well. So I'd be really shocked if Blizzard decided to develop an RTS. The only one I could see coming out would be like a StarCraft 3, because StarCraft 3 would have a lot of hype behind it, and I think people would probably just buy it because of just the nostalgia of the game, you know, StarCraft. But the problem is the story is kind of over. Like the last iteration of StarCraft 2 pretty much ended the story, in my opinion. I'm not going to go into it just in case you haven't played it, but it would be kind of hard for them to like develop, like, I don't know, there would have to be a new story, I think. So I don't think, I doubt we see a StarCraft 3 anytime soon either, so I think there won't be an RTS. And if we see a StarCraft game, it will probably be an FPS. I think it'll be like a Helldivers type of game, where you're playing as like a Marine and you're killing like a bunch of Zerg and Protoss on like different planets and stuff. But yeah, we'll know if this is true in September, guys. September, it's right around the corner, and that's when BlizzCon's happening, so probably get an update on all that stuff at BlizzCon. But one thing this does confirm, which I think we already knew was going to happen, is there's going to be a Classic Plus. For sure. Like, look at how hard they're going after these other private servers, like Dalaran's getting shut down, Ascension, Turtle WoW, like, they're making their own own version of Classic Plus. And they don't want any other competitors out there. I'll probably buy it. Most likely gonna buy Classic Plus. But we'll play it for a bit. I don't know if we'll like it. If I don't like it, then I'll probably just play Wrath of the Lich King anyways, right? I think that's kind of it's a real smart timeline if this is the actual timeline, because if people don't like it, they can just go back to Anniversary and play Wrath of the Lich King when it starts. And if they're really smart, during down periods of Classic Plus, that'll be like a new release of a Wrath of the Lich King raid, or a new patch in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and they can kind of balance each other out. That would be amazing. Like the Old War patch comes out for Wrath of the Lich King after like 2.5, 3 months. Or not, probably 2 months, or like a month and a half after. Classic Plus new raid comes out. So there's always something new for Classic players to look forward to. And it'll just keep them in the World of Warcraft ecosystem for a long time. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's just another iteration of WoW that'll be out. And then I assume Mist of Pandaria will be done. I think they might just... I don't know what they're going to do with that. I kind of hope that they just... I hope that they do something. I hope they don't delete it. Or get rid of it. Like if they made it an eternal Mist of Pandaria server, that'd be awesome. If they made it continue on to Warlords of Draenor, I would think that's cool too, because I would honestly enjoy leveling in Warlords of Draenor again. I think that'd be kind of cool. I just don't want them to just delete it though, because there's like, I have a bunch of characters on those servers. I'm not too sure what the heck, you know, they could do if they just got rid of everything, right? Like how would they reward us? Maybe send them to retail? Like I think that's the last thing a Classic player wants. Because the community is pretty damn split. It seems like, in my opinion. It's really hard to play both games. Like even I'm having had trouble. I actually took a break from retail. I still have to level my my Warlock on retail, but the expansion will be out for a while. We got time. I'll eventually get him up there and potentially, you know, try out some endgame. Cool thing about retail is the best time to play is the final patch. So as long as I have them maxed out for the final patch, we can just catch up really quick. Because that's just how retail is. They always have a catch-up mechanic. After every patch that comes out. Or new raid. And the World Cup's been pretty damn good. I've been watching that. I watched Argentina play Algeria. And Messi got his first ever hat-trick in a World Cup. And also put him, I think, tied with the German player Klose for all-time goals scored in World Cup history at 16 goals. I don't know if he'll hold that record, though. I think he'll probably break it, right, this year. But I think Mbappe is will probably end up being the guy who ends up like really taking that record over. And then I watched Norway versus France. I mean, no, not Norway. Norway versus Iraq. That was a really good game. Holland got 2 goals. I didn't catch the France versus Senegal game though, but I'm looking forward to seeing Norway play France. Get to see Holland go up against to that juggernaut France team with I forget the guy's name, Dembele. But I don't really follow soccer that hard, but I'm interested in watching, you know, the good games. It's like two juggernaut countries going at it, or two, like, you know, top players. Yeah, Mbappe too against Holland will be cool. It'd be amazing if Norway were able to beat France. Yeah, we have to put down the totem for this one. To watch out here, I'm getting kind of low. No, not the boulder. Did that count? I guess he was too far away from the totem. Maybe. I'll head down here. I wonder what's gonna be like though. Like I think there'll always be people interested in fresh. But I assume like over time, like less people will be interested, right? 2028 will be the end of Wrath of the Lich King, like the beginning. And then I guess they're just going to come out with vanilla again. It's a fresh server, though. Fresh servers are always awesome, man. And eventually, one day, they'll... Actually, that's like a dream. But they'll be able to deal with bots. And the economy won't get shattered in the first 3 months. But that doesn't look like it'll be the case anytime soon. And there's Gul'dan. This is where it all happened. The fell pits. Need to watch out though, I can't have Juggin fitting in the fell like that. Don't die! Just... Oh gosh. I guess he's sitting in it. Double breath. Are you layer on? Real Madruid. Interesting name. Saw. It's the first time I've ever seen a real Madruid. Everything seems to be, you know, soccer themed this month. One.
You cannot command.
On layer 1. I don't know if he wants to get a layer invite. I just invited him to group, but it seems like he's not interested. We're going to probably delist this since it's not working out, and we'll try to find a dungeon we haven't done yet. There's a Botanica there. A bunch of level 70s. Probably just trying to get their rep up for their Tempest Key attunement. I think that's why they're coming out with Classic Plus 2. They probably realize that, like, not many Classic players end up playing retail. So they're like, we might as well just double down and then get them on the same expansion buying treadmill, I guess you could call it, that the retail players are on. Alright, they'll start Classic Plus, and then there'll be, like, an expansion to Classic Plus or Camelot, right? They'll just have a different name. Like the next one will be Age of the Ogres or something like that. It'd be cool if they did an ogre expansion for Classic. And we got to actually play as ogres. The age of the ogres has come. $100 for the heroic edition. Get yourself an ogre mount. Pretty much what they're doing. They're trying to get the same thing that's going on with retail. They want that. They want the Classic community doing that as well. I think they've finally given up on trying to get the Classic community over to the retail side of the game, which is a smart move. Because they have tried hard to get Classic players over, right? With the changes that they've been making over the past few expansions, with the talent trees coming back and going back to, you know, instead of bringing the instead of bringing the player, you bring the class to the raid, right? So there's like, they brought back class identity as well. You know, not all classes are like, you know, generally the same with like a few differences. They bring buffs and other, you know, forms of utility to make them useful to a raid in retail. And I think that's cool for raiding. I think for Mythic Plus, though, I'm not too sure if that's good, because it just ends up being like 5 to 6 classes that dominate Mythic Plus, and then all the other ones just don't get invited. Oh yeah, oops. Tone it down here. Is that working? Okay, yeah, there we go. Come on. Get him down. I have to get the totem down here before he dies. It's like the best place to farm them. I remember when I was on my paladin, it was like really hard to get this quest done. There was so many people doing it because it was just before phase 2. Yeah, no one's really looking for the dungeons we're doing at the moment. Should be able to find a Botanica, though. But I guess since we're level 69, people just prefer to bring 70s, right? Bring him over here to this totem. Watch this totem just disappear when I kill him. Nice, we got it. I'm looking forward to Wrath of the Lich King. We got a few characters for it. I doubt they're gonna. It doesn't sound like we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see. Come to me. Damn it! Put another one down. We're probably not gonna get a classic TBC era server where it's just like an eternal TBC server. So I'm probably going to end up bringing my Paladin in the Warlock to Wrath of the Lich King, so that'll be cool. And then DKs will be coming out again as well. A lot of people will be leveling DKs. I leveled one last time. Didn't do much endgame with them, but I leveled one up to 80. Fun class to play if you want to get Shadowmoor in the Legendary. It's a good class to play if you want that. Play as a tank DK. And if you know, stick with your guild long enough and they're actually, you know, interested in clearing Ice Crown Citadel a bunch of times, then you'll get yourself a Shadowmoor. Problem is, by the time you get it, though, it'll you won't have much time to have fun with it. Because they're gonna, I guess, go into fresh 2028, which means maybe we'll see an Eternal Wrath of Lich King server. That'd be kind of cool if they did that. I think that would be awesome if we had a Wrath of Lich King era server. Having a Shadowmoor and DK for that would be amazing. Oh look, Cyrix here. Looks like these guys are doing the quest chain here. Cipher of Damnation. I don't know if we should be really be running in this way. Should we get too close to Cyrix? Probably not. These guys gonna fight him? Or is this guy gonna fight him solo? We could help them.
It is here that Gul'dan severed the tie between orcs and the elemental spirits. His unquenchable thirst for power could not be satiated with the complete annihilation of the Draenei. He had to also destroy Draenor, raising the land and siphoning all of its energies for use in his war. Now all that is left are remnants of his madness. Look to the altar, traveler. The land is forever haunted. When all of the elemental souls of this region have been placed inside the Torm, we will commune with them and find out if anything can be done for Shadowmoon Valley. The Ildari Naga of the region have taken control of the only clean water supply that exists in Shadowmoon Valley. Directly north of here, you will find the lair of the Nara, Coilscar. Around Coilscar are pockets of agitated water that howl to the land in anguish. It is at those pockets that the enraged spirits of water now wander. Travel to Coilscar and use the Torm of Spirits to capture watery souls. You will find the largest concentration of these spirits near Coilscar Cistern.
This is a geared, he's got a lot of PvP stuff. 3-set Warbringer. I wonder if they're gonna fight him anytime soon. They're inviting me. Is this the same guys? I'd help them do it. I can probably, I think you need 5 though. It's pretty tough on my paladin when we tanked it. Maybe we can do it with 4. These guys have some pretty awesome gear. Mage. Ha! They respected the 1v1. This guy gonna engage? I know, right? It takes quite a while for him to engage. Is he talking to you guys? I think you have to do something, don't you? Yeah, there we go. We have to talk to these guys. I just wanted to get rid of the mage. Just in case. What happened? Oh. I don't know, man. That was supposed to start the fight. Bear witness to the undeniable power of our Dark Master. With this gift I shall raise this land and reform it. Watch, see the ground shatter before us. Watch as the energy flows. It will feed our enemies. We will never be without power. I have secured our future. Bask in my glory. So he's like summoning it again. Maybe he took too long. We'll just keep getting XP while we wait here. Probably won't do much damage to him, but we'll do a little bit. A little soulstone here. He needs a shield to tank it, though. I'm not too sure if he'll be able to two-hand tank. It's pretty hard. But he can try. I don't know, maybe the phase 2 gear is really good. They're killing the mage again, poor guy. I don't know, you gotta run, man. You gotta get out of here. This guy's like, bro. Yeah, I think he doesn't want to wait. He's clearly done his attunement. It might be bugged or something. Maybe because I'm 69, it's not working out. I don't know. There we go. He's back. But we were close to the part where it starts. Like, they run up here and then you pull them. And then, like, he disappeared for some reason. He's like trying to get aggro. The hunter shot a flare at him. Watch this mage come back and kill us. That's probably what's gonna happen. He's gonna start attacking us while we're fighting the boss. Talk to him. Hurry up.
We will fight.
I am ready.
Already, adventurer.
Go. Hurry up. I started it. We have to go fast. The mage is coming. He's waiting for an opportune time to start cross-bolting us. There you go, see? You got it working. Okay. Let's get some dats up. Get this. I think it's pretty hard. Oh, he's a beefy boy. I think we're okay here. Could put Curse of Weakness, but should I put Curse of Weakness up just to help the warrior? I'll do that. Warrior's actually, yeah, he's getting clapped. I had a jog and stay alive, dude. I'm gonna die. That's the end of that. Yeah, he hits hard. Couldn't keep Hazy Peon alive. He was two-handing with Mortal Strike, so if he put on a shield, it would have killed it. Need a proper healer? I would die, probably. Just got hit too hard. Just getting clapped. I think he's like arms. He's not even like a... He's not even like a prot warrior. He's an arms warrior.
What happened to your friend?
I'll use Curse of Weakness this time. Come on, guys, let's go. Silos, come on, dude. No, why doesn't he have Honk? Let's There's that mage again. He's back to get revenge. We don't have all day though. We have to like actually get like pull. He's gonna disappear. It's like down there. Okay, guys, you gonna pull? Okay, I'll put Curse of Weakness up. He'll just hopefully he lives. Try to stay spread here. Oh, the hunter's gonna die, dude. The threat. He doesn't have as much threat. I think we're okay, aren't we? Yeah, he doesn't have the threat now. We have to wait. We're actually like gonna take aggro. We'll just heal Juggin. Where's Juggin at? Oh, I actually got aggro. This is brutal. How am I ripping off of this guy? Alright, we're done. I'm taking res sickness, boys. Let's get... We tried our best. We're barely doing damage, too, and I was putting up Curse of Weakness, dude. Help. He's in arm spec, that's why. There's talents he probably is not taking that helps him generate threat.
What is it then? Can't you see I'm a busy dwarf? Aye, good work. Here's some coin for your efforts. If we be needing more garbage taken out, I'll know who to call.
Alright, so there we go. We did a bunch of quests, guys. Too bad we couldn't help those guys out.
Finest wares in the land.
But next episode we will either be in a dungeon or we'll find a group to take down Fell Reaver so we can finally get the key to Shattered Halls. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.